Hi, I'm YouTube, and you're me. Make me a video. So today we're going to look at a TikToker by the name of CJ11, whose entire goal with his account is to make you feel like a bad person under the guise of him being a great person. That's right, it's social experiment time, baby! He has this one series called Love or Money, where in one video he brings a rose and $1 to fast food workers working during their job and says he'll give them whichever one they choose depending on what they want out of life. Love or money. Because you can't have both. That's a crime. This premise is inherently harmless, except he also includes the people who don't want to be a part of his videos, which leads to moments like this one.
If you pick money, this money's yours.
You look like the guy from Giga Chad. Like, what's...
The what? What's he saying?
Which is objectively hilarious, but not for the reason he thinks it is. He has a habit of this kind of behavior, which is definitely sometimes scripted, of bothering people while they're working. One example of this is when he runs up to a custodian and asks her what makes her happy.
Saw this lady working hard, so I had to go up to her.
No, you didn't, man. Leave her alone.
Excuse me? I got a question for you. I know you're working hard, and I just have one simple question. What makes you happy?
I'm happy to Tim Hortons.
To Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll come find you in 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll see you.
So he asks her what makes her happy, and she says Tim Hortons, which is possible. It's amazing. But I would bet all of the money that he makes from these videos that he told her to say that, so that he could film himself going to get her something easy and convenient like coffee. And then, my favorite part, he hands her a coffee, a donut, and a gift card as if she has anywhere to put all of this while she's working. Imagine if he had been like, what makes you happy? And she had been like, my grandkids. And he goes, I'm gonna find you in 5 to 10 minutes. And then after he surprises her with them, he makes her take care of them while she continues to do her job. His whole thing is that he either mildly inconveniences people, asks them questions under the pressure of randomly being on camera, or he's just otherwise fucking annoying in public. Like, please leave people alone. And usually this thing would annoy me, but I would simply scroll past it if it weren't for his goddamn social experiments. Yep, social experiments in the year of our Lord 2022. That's right, the internet is truly a hellish cycle. So let's start it off strong with abusing the elderly. So, this video's not getting monetized, huh?
Can't even eat properly. Come on, open your mouth. You got crumbs everywhere. What is this?
He says that it's thankless. He throws a man's hat on his lap, makes him eat a cookie, and then wipes crumbs off his coat. He does say at one point, sometimes I just want to smack him.
I don't get paid enough for this. Do you know what? Sometimes he's just so annoying, I wish I could smack him.
And then this guy kind of laughs. But he truly says it in a way where it's clear that he doesn't mean it. And it does sound like he's joking. This first guy just jokes along with him, and then there's a couple with a baby that kind of ignores him. There's a couple that watches awkwardly, and then an older guy who clearly super uncomfortable just gets up and walks away. And these are all clearly supposed to be the wrong responses. Evident from the "what would you do" in the description of the video, and the sad emotional piano audio in case you didn't know what you were supposed to feel. But look, hot take alert, people being uncomfortable and people not wanting to approach a man who is clearly acting very aggressively are perfectly normal responses to this situation. Just because fucking Joe Schmo Hero over here doesn't step up and tell you off doesn't mean that all the people in the video, you know, who I'm assuming consented to being in the video, considering that you didn't blur their faces or protect their identities in any way, it doesn't mean that those are bad people. They witnessed something that was honestly more awkward than abusive and then acted accordingly. But also, Leave people alone! And he has a lot of these types of social experiments. He has another one called Rich versus Poor, where he dresses up in nice clothes and asks people to spot him a few bucks because he left his wallet at home, and then they're nice to him.
I don't have my wallet. I left it at home. I don't know if anyone can spot me. Do you think you can spot me $2? Thank you so much.
But then he comes back in dirty, stinky clothes with one rolled up pant leg. Like a criminal. And he asks people to buy him food, and they don't. They don't.
Anything, I'll give you the $1 for it. I'm super hungry. Do you think you could buy me a sandwich or something?
Except one woman at the end who does.
You're actually gonna give me it? Thank you so much. This is a social experiment. I just wanted to see if anybody would give it.
Wow, there really is hope out there if you're homeless, but he's not. And don't forget that. He's the rich one. Now, do I think that there's anything inherently wrong with addressing and acknowledging the fact that there is a difference in how people treat you based on how you look? No. Because there is a difference. But maybe, if you're trying to spread awareness that this is an issue, you know, hashtag homeless, add emotional piano music, try showing how, since you are a huge influencer online with a lot of money, buying something for people, regardless of their wealth, can make anyone happy. Instead of putting that pressure and obligation on strangers. And you know, the whole like, what would you do thing? Like, what would you do? CJ, what would you do? We don't know. A little practicing what you're preaching, my guy. On a side note, there are videos where he like takes people out to meals or is supportive of people down on their luck. Honestly, like, that's great that he does those things, but it doesn't cancel out the shitty theatrics. So these are two social experiments that I think are kind of stinky. Like CJ's clothes in that one video. Ugh. But the worst is definitely the series that he does on child abduction. Because what the fuck? Literally all he does is film people who are just out having a nice time and then scare the shit out of them.
Hey, are you here alone?
No, my
Where's your
mommy's
mommy?
in the store.
Don't you remember me?
No.
Remember I told you I had the puppies? You wanna come see it? Then I'll bring you back to your mom?
Yes.
Come here.
You got this man who's like, should we fucking do something? You got a man who takes pictures of CJ and might be on the verge of calling the cops on him. And then the video ends on this poor older woman who just freezes, not knowing what the hell just happened, rightfully so. And he has one of these child abduction videos that's called A Hero Comes to the Rescue. And I'll let this sad emotional piano clip play for itself.
My mommy's in the store.
Don't you remember me? I'm your neighbor.
No, I don't remember.
Yes, you do. Come, I got the puppies outside. Hey.
Is this your daughter?
No,
Yeah. You know her mom is?
I know her mom. Yeah. I think she's around here somewhere.
You know her store?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm her neighbor, so I'll just watch her till she gets back.
Find her mom.
It's okay, I got it.
Hi, do you know what store your mom's in?
It's okay, I got it.
Do you have her number so I can call her?
I don't know her number, but thank you so much. This is actually a social experiment.
Okay. I don't know if there was more conversation that happened after the end of this video, but the way that it's cut really seems like he takes a little too long to say that it's a social experiment and really doesn't do a great job of explaining the truth. And the way that he says it, it does kind of seem like the truth is a lie. Honestly, straight up, if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't have believed that this was a social experiment at all. Maybe I just don't trust people, but I would have been terrified. Maybe the guy with the phone is an accomplice. Maybe both of them are gonna kidnap this child. I don't fucking know. But I hate this. I hate it so much, and the ick factor is just through the roof. And then again, with a different woman, the same thing.
I got the puppy. Do you want to go see some puppies?
Yeah.
Come, I'll bring you back to your mom after.
You know this gentleman, do you?
I'm actually her dad. we're doing a social experiment over there.
Is this your daddy?
Yeah.
Basically what we do, we go around and we see who's gonna speak up. That's awesome though. You're actually the first person that spoke up in 2 days.
But I think even CJ knows he did a bad job the first time because he's immediately like, hi, I'm her dad. But also, he's her dad. That's his daughter? I thought this kid was an actor. This is a horrible thing to put your daughter through. What the hell is she gonna come out of this thinking? What hashtag awareness, sad emotional piano realization is she coming to about all the people around who aren't speaking up about her or her friends potentially being fucking kidnapped? What the fuck? And that's the worst part, man, is the main takeaway of these videos is never educational. He's not stopping and explaining to these people what they could have done in this situation or what they can do in the future. The takeaway is literally only shitty, and it makes me so angry. He's not showing people how to navigate these situations safely, and he's not showing his daughter how to safely get out of this situation. No, you're just faking the abduction of your child in public, seeing what people would do, putting shitty royalty-free sad emotional piano behind it, and posting it to your 1.5 million followers. My guy! It is so irresponsible. It sends the complete wrong message and just tells people to do the right thing out of fear of being judged instead of helping these people navigate these impossible situations more safely or carefully in the future. You know, but it makes sense you don't do these things because you're not a fucking psychologist. You're not a social worker or like a mental health professional. You're a content creator, my guy. You're one of us. You're here to entertain the people. But the way you do it, CJ, it's not for love. It's for money. All right. I have to go. And for all of you lovely folks watching, please leave Social Experiments back in 2016 where they belong. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. Leave a comment down below and just, tell me what you think. Tell me, what you would do if you saw a person with less money than you. Would you buy him a sandwich? More importantly, if it was secretly CJ, would you take it away? And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.